Hey everybody, I got a video here for you today, and I haven't made any videos this week. I have a friend in town, but I've got a few free quiet moments, so I thought I would do this. In the past weeks, I've been documenting a few Mayan sites that are not as well known as some of the more famous ones, and I made a series of videos a while back where I mainly featured the more famous ones, Palenque, Tikal, Chichen Itza, and a few others, and I will leave some links for those videos below. But what I realized is I cannot document these famous Mayan sites or these Mayan sites one video at a time, so I thought I would show you about 4 of them today that are not quite as well known, but they are very impressive nonetheless. And then I'm going to show you a few things I found around the Yucatan and that region that there is no documentation to whatsoever, and they are in the middle of the jungle and possibly unexplored or maybe even undiscovered Mayan sites. But the first site I want to take you into is called Lamanai, and it is in Belize on a riverway here. And these structures are built right above the river on a hillside here. And here you can get a peek of them on Google Earth. A very limited peek here, but let's just go over and take a look at the main pyramid at Lamanai. I believe this is called the Jaguar Pyramid. A pretty impressive structure here. And this is the facing of what is called the Mask Temple. And here are those ancient carvings. And I thought that was very interesting. Interesting look here. But now let's go over to another site real quick that I wanted to show you. Next site I want to show you is called Tonina. And this is in southwestern Mexico. Once again, one of the not quite as well known Mayan sites, but the ruins here are pretty impressive. And let's just scoot over here. This is what they look like on Google Earth. They've cleared this site pretty well. And this is what it looks like. And we'll go in and take a peek here. Here is the main pyramid structure at Tonina. You can see the pretty impressive work done in this. And this is actually just the top. This is an upper platform. And here you can see the levels. And if we go over here, you see how it just falls away into the forest below. And researchers have said this is actually the tallest Mayan pyramid in Mexico at 275 feet, I believe. I will leave the exact measurements in the description. But here is the view from this upper platform. And it just makes you wonder what else is around this area. That is a view there of Tonina. Now the next site I want to take you into is called Coba, and it's up here in the north of the Yucatan Peninsula. And as you can see, it is located between a couple lakes. Maybe these are deep cave lakes that are famous in the Mayan region here, but this is all you can see on Google Earth of these Mayan ruins, cleared a little bit through the trees here. And let's just go over and look at a couple pics. This is the ball court at Coba, still in very good shape, but this is the famous Mayan ball court that is at just about every Mayan site, but this is one of the more impressive ones I have seen. And if we go over here, this is the remains of a pyramid at Coba. Pretty impressive. The next site that I'm going to take you into is called Calakmul, and this is located right in the central area of the Yucatan. And down here, all you can see is the top of the structures peeking out of the forest canopy. But this main structure here is one of the biggest in the Mayan world, and this is what it looks like looking up the top part of the face of it. And this is what it looks like from this angle. And there's another pyramid structure over here, but that is one of the more impressive structures in the Mayan world, and one of the largest, if not the largest structure in the Mayan world at Calakmul. But that is just some of the few Mayan pyramids that are a little lesser known that I wanted to show you. I'm going to show you a few things that I found here on Google Earth that there is no attribution whatsoever for. A few sites that I thought were very interesting and could possibly be some Mayan sites that are unexplored, maybe even undiscovered, but this is one here that I thought was very interesting. And I will leave locations for these in the description if I can. I'm kind of pressed for time here, but this looks very interesting from above. And you notice how it has these lines. It appears to be something popping out in a formation here. And right here you see what could be the top of the pyramid. And what I find interesting is this is perfectly aligned to north. So this is one thing that I found that looks very much like Mayan ruins popping out of the top of the forest here. Now let's go over to a couple other sites here real quick. And here is one I found, and you notice how the ground in this general area looks different than the other forest. If you can kind of see that, what I'm talking about right here, this area right here. But this right here looks like some structure of some kind. That is just another one I found. Now let's zoom in on this next site here. And once again, if they don't have any pictures by them, I think they are very obscure and unexplored. And here is the top of something. And this just looks similar to what's popping out of the top of the forest at other Mayan sites. But here, looks like we have some tree growth on top of something popping up here. But that has all the telltale signs of being something ancient and Mayan sticking out of the top of the forest here. And here is another one. Just check out this one here. No attribution, nothing at all in the area. It's right in the middle of impenetrable jungle, and we have this sticking out the top. And boy, does that certainly look like the top of a Mayan pyramid. And I will leave the location for this one for sure, in case I know a lot of people have these cataloged and documented ancient sites, but maybe they have a match, but I see nothing on this site. And that looks like one of the better ones I have found. And here's a couple in the northwestern part of Yucatan that I found. But all of these, there is no attribution by them whatsoever to what these are, but these have all the telltale signs of being Mayan pyramids sticking out of the top of the forest. They look like what is sticking through the top of the forest at other sites, famous Mayan sites such as Tikal and Palenque. And this area here in the Yucatan is full of these ancient sites, and if you are curious and like exploring on Google Earth, this is one place I encourage you to look. But I could not make a single video on every Mayan site, because the more I investigate this, I realize that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of pyramids in Mexico that are at least attributed to the Mayans. But I thought I would give you a look at some of the ones that are not as well known as the more famous sites, and a few that have possibly not been found or explored yet. Hope you thought this was interesting, and you all have a nice day.